Shalom and God bless. If Allah was not or is not a pagan God, why was Muhammad's father, who was a pagan, worshipping pagan gods and goddesses and deities, named Abdullah? Sahih Muslim, book number 1, hadith number 398. It says, reported by Anas, indeed a man said, Messenger of Allah, where is my father? He replied, he is in hell. When he was about to leave, Muhammad called him back and said, indeed, my father and your father are both in hell. Both in hell. Now, my question I would like to ask Muslim, I want to put the emphasis. Why is Muhammad's father, who was a pagan, named Abdullah? Let me say why I'm asking this question. Since the meaning of Abdullah means servant of Allah, or Abdallah means servant of Allah, this is a clear indication that pagans at a time of Muhammad's father, they call the time of ignorance, Jahiliyyah, we are worshipping Allah to the point of naming their children in honor of the Allah pagan deity they worship. It's a customary to any traditional or religion or culture. Just like Christians, or let's say Israelites or the Jews, they mention the names of their children in honor of the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and etc. Example, Joshua means Yahweh is salvation. Jotham means Yahweh is perfect. Hezekiah means Yahweh has strengthened us. Elisha means God is salvation. Now, if names reflects a belief of a culture, a belief of a community, they believe XYZ and they name their children in honor of the God they worship. That means Muhammad's father and the pagans at that time, they are worshiping a pagan god called Allah, to the point of naming their children in honor and of favor of the God they worship. This is why Muhammad's father was named Abdullah, in honor of the deity. Muhammad and all Muslims believe that the people prior to Muhammad were pagan worshippers, and Muhammad is the first Muslim to that society, to that vicinity, to that country or kingdom, whatever you may call it, to bring Islamic and to bring the God called Allah. However, before Muhammad brought that new religion, they are already worshipping a God called Allah. Muhammad's father is a good example. His name is Abdullah. If Abdullah was worshipping the same God of Muhammad, then Muhammad could not say, my father's in hell. And Muslims couldn't say Muhammad's father was a pagan, because they are worshipping the same God they are worshipping now. However, they said he was a pagan. How did he get the name Abdullah? How did he get this name Abdullah if Allah was not worshipped by them? So the name Abdullah, who is the father of Muhammad, who was a pagan worshipper, was for a pagan god, a pagan deity. This is why I'm asking a question to Muslims. If Muhammad's father was a pagan, and people were naming their children according and or by the names of the gods they worship, that means Muhammad's father worshiped Allah, who was a pagan. Now, if Allah is not a pagan God, if Allah is not a pagan God, 3 times, if Allah is not a pagan God, how is it Muhammad's father, who was a pagan, worshipping pagan God called Allah, got his name Abdullah, meaning a servant of Allah? How did he get it? It's clear. Muhammad didn't bring any other God. Muhammad, what did he just upgraded those 360 pagan gods, Allah, to one Allah. This is why I'm asking my question to Muslim again. If Allah is not a pagan god? Why is it Muhammad's father, whose name is Abdullah? I repeat again. Why is it Muhammad's father, whose name is Abdullah, got that name? Got that name. How did he get the name of a pagan? Of Allah, who is not a pagan, while they're a pagan and before Islam came at that time? If Allah is not a pagan god, why was Muhammad's father, who was a pagan, named Abdullah? That's the question for Muslim. I want the Muslim to think, use your wisdom, don't get petrified, don't get upset with me. It's not me, it's your problem. And answer my question, and I will convert to Islam.